This is on the new everyone, Yugi-Jay 1000 here. So, I'm just gonna say this, I apologize for not uploading anything for the past few months or so, So, I'm just gonna say this, I was gonna do a vlog, like, 2 days ago, but I wasn't able to because a lot of shit was happening, and all that, so yeah, but anyways, I'm just gonna get right to it. So, I'm back at it again with another story time, and yes, I shaved side of my head. Reason why is that I try something new, and a lot of people will say it's me. I agree with them. But anyways, let's just get right to it. Now, the story I'm about to tell you guys is not really happy-go-lucky, unfortunately. It was a traumatic moment in my life, I'm not gonna lie. This story is the time when I had saved somebody from committing suicide. So let's just get right into it. I apologize. I might be going a little graphic. There was no blood or guts, thank God, but yeah. So it was about almost 2 years ago. So I was hanging out with one of my friends and another one of them, a girl and a guy, and my guy friend, we'll name him EEP. So he got a text from his girlfriend and all that, and then he just suddenly blacked out and bolted on out of the room. So my friend SO, the girl, she told me to go follow him, so I did. And this was at my college, which I'm still here at my college and all that, but back to the story. EP went all the way up to the top of the stairs and opened up the window. I caught up to him and he was mumbling. He mumbled, "I have about a 50% chance of dying or being paralyzed." And honestly, this was a scary, scary moment. And I called to him saying, "EP, come back, man. You gotta be here. Look, life may not go your way, but people need you here. Your family needs you and all that. You're just this close to graduating. Don't throw it all down the drain." I was keep on telling him, "Come back, man, come back." And surely enough, he listened to me. I told him to get away from the window, to close the window, get away from the window, and come to me. He did. So then, since we were actually up on his dorm hall, I brought him over to his room, and, he let himself into the room with his dorm key and all that, and then he just laid on his bed. His roommate asked me what happened, and I told him, and he's like, "Oh shit, really?" I'm like, "Yeah, it was that bad." So his roommate told me he'd keep an eye on him, and I'm like, "Okay, thank you so much." And then I went on down to SO's room and told her, and she was thankful that I had done it. And yeah, I know that wasn't as long as my other story times and shit, but I'm just gonna say this. When you have anxiety, people saying, "Oh, you're weak," and all that, you're a weak piece of shit. Bullcrap. Because honestly, anxiety is not the best thing in the world, and having other mental illnesses, that makes life a little harder. Like, I have anxiety. I get so anxious sometimes, I just kind of just freeze up, and I just panic. And, my brain just shuts down. And, it's not fun. It really isn't. But, the moral of this story is, when your friend is really, really hurt, keep an eye on them. Save them. Get them out of there. Because, honestly, that moment, when that happened, I was genuinely scared. Because I didn't want anybody's innocent blood upon my hands. Because I wasn't able to save them. But I did save them. And the best part of this is, he that I saved him, he actually graduated from my college, and he's got a job. So, I'm happy for him. I really am. But that memory of him almost doing it still haunts me to this day. I'm still traumatized by it. I mean, I have to keep an eye on some of my other friends who are kind of in that state too. And I told them, I promised I would save them. I would make sure that it would not happen. I'm holding up to my promise. When people have depression, PTSD, and anxiety, and all those other mental illnesses that just get hits in the worst of them, you think life just gets worse. And sometimes they're right. Then, like, if you have depression, you have, like, certain levels of it, like, oh, I don't want to, no, I'm just bummed. To, like, I don't want to do anything, and I don't like doing anything, because there's no sunshine, because there's, like, regular depression, where it's just not that bad at all, and then you have clinical depression, where you have to get medicated, you have to talk to a therapist, and all that shit. And then, with PTSD, you go through a traumatic experience, and then you can't take a look at life in the same way, because, that memory causes and just keeps coming back to haunt you day in and day out. Then you can't sleep at night, you can't really be yourself, because, it still haunts you. And, like, if you have anxiety, depression, and PTSD all in those, that's really bad. I'm not saying I do. Believe me, I don't. But sometimes when life doesn't go my way, and I just get really stressed out from all the drama and shit, I'm just fed up. I'm still fed up. It's been at least 2 weeks. I've been fed up with people's drama. I've pretty much stayed in my room most of the frickin' time, because I don't want to go out of my room to hang out with friends, to deal with their drama, and all that, and it just stresses me out. Like, one time, I got so stressed out, like, my veins just started hurting for no reason. And one of the staff members here at the school was like, if it comes to so, then we're having, security bring you over to your hospital, to your doctor's office, so then they can get a look at it. And I'm like, but I'm here right now. Why would I want that? And then I get charged for it when it's nothing major. What I'm trying to get at is, if you have depression, PTSD, and you're anxious almost all the time, speak up. Don't keep it from everybody else, because everybody cares about you. And if you go, you will not only just be disappointed in yourself, you'll be disappointed in your family, will be disappointed in you. They can't look at life the same. Like, if I were to go, my parents would be devastated. My little brother, who looks up to me like I'm motherfucking God, would be devastated. All my friends I've made throughout my life would be devastated. When life gets really, really hard, and it just gets worse, sometimes you just feel like you just want to throw in the towel. But that's when you have the friend and support of your family and your friends to help you get through it, to make sure you live a full and happy life, even though you have these illnesses. But the moral of the story is, when you save somebody, and it haunts you to this day, don't let it always get in the way of your future. It's an accomplishment that you save someone, and you're willing to do so. Just remember that. But if you guys liked the story time and all, make sure you like it, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet already. Turn on the bells to become part of the notification squad. And I'm Yugi-Jay 2000, and remember, there's always a reason to fight. Arigato. Sayonara.